Hello friends, today we are going to discuss control instructions in C language. As we know, is one popular programming language because it is reliable, simple and easy to use. Control instructions are used to control the sequence of execution of various statements in a program. There are different types of control instructions that we will see in the next slide. Types of control instructions in C language. Basically, there are 5 different control instructions in C language. First is sequence control instruction. Second is decision or selection control instruction. Third is repetitive or iterative control instruction. Next is switch case control instruction, and last is go to instruction. In this today's lecture, we will discuss first 3 types of control instructions one by one. First is sequence control instruction. In this sequence control instruction, processor control moves in a sequential manner. As we know, programming is done with the help of different statements. Here we have to do nothing to implement sequence control instruction. This is a just concept of program always run in a specified sequence, one after another. Second is decision control instruction. Decision control instruction is also known as selection control instruction. As the name implies, selection control instruction, it is to select a set of code for execution on the basis of some condition. We can implement decision control instruction in different ways. First is if statement, second is if else statement, third is if else ladder, or it is also known as nested if else statement. Here we will see syntax of if statement. In a main function, if statement is specified with if keyword along with some specific condition, followed by a set of statements. If condition is true, then control automatically goes to the block of if statement. Here we'll see one example for if statement. Here we are going to print student is pass or fail. If that students secure marks above 33, then student will get pass, otherwise he will get fail. Okay, for that we have written here program. First input is required as marks. First we have to enter marks with the help of scanf function. Here we check the condition. If marks is greater than or equal to 33, then automatically control will go to print student is pass or you are pass. If marks are less than 33, if this condition is satisfied, then automatically control will go to print student will get fail or you are fail. Next syntax is if else. Here if block contains more than one statements, as well as else block can contain more than one statements. Here in this syntax, in main program, if condition is satisfied, then control automatically goes to the first block having statement 1 and statement 2. If condition will get fail, then control will pass automatically to the else statement, that is else block having statement 1 and 2. Next is here condition is going to check only if block, not in else block. Here again we are going to print you are pass or fail. Condition is going to check along with if block. If marks is greater than or equal to 33, then student will get pass. If this will not satisfy the condition, that is marks will not satisfy the condition greater than or equal to 33, then automatically control will goes to else block and it will get print you are fail. Here again it is not necessary to rewrite condition in else block. Next is if else ladder syntax. If any condition is true, then control will pass to if block. Else again there are sub conditions that we are going to check along with else if block. And finally if all condition will get fail, then control will pass to else block. Next, syntax for if else. Here in if block again if else condition is there, and if else block if else condition is there. It is also known as nested if else block or nested if else condition. Example, among three numbers we are going to check here greater number among three entered numbers. If suppose these three numbers are A, B and C. If A is greater than B, then we have to check again A is greater than C. Then if A is greater than B and C, then automatically we'll get print here A is greater number. Otherwise we can print here C is a greater number. In else block, if A is greater than B, condition gets fail, then control will move to else block and it will check B is greater than C. If B is greater than C, automatically it will print if block as B is a greater number, else it will get printed as C is a greater number. Then next control instruction is loop control instruction, repetitive control instructions or iterative control instruction. Repeating some portion of the program either a specified number of times or until a particular condition is being satisfied. This repetitive operation is done through a loop control structures. Sometimes it is desirable to execute same statements again and again. This can be done with the help of loops. Next, loop statements are used to repeat the execution of the statements or blocks. There are two types of loop control structures. First one is pre-test structure and second one is post-test structure. So what is it? We'll see. Pre-test structure. Here in this structure, condition is tested before each iteration to check if loops should occur or not. Examples for pre-test is for and while loop. It means before execution of any block, first condition will get checked. That's why this structure is known as pre-test structure. And second one is post test structure. Here condition is tested after each iteration to check if loop should continue or not. At least a single iteration occurs. That is, condition is tested after execution of the block at least once. That's why this post test is known as this structure is known as post test structure. Here example is do while loop. Next is while loop. We'll see here. First, looping structure is while loop. It has a loop condition only that is tested before each iteration. If it is true, then and then only control will decide whether to continue the loop or terminate the loop. Next, syntax for if loop. In main function, while condition is going to start with a while keyword along with a condition. If it gets true, then and then only control will get enter into that given block. If that condition gets failed, then control will automatically execute the successive next instruction after that block. Example, here in main function, one variable is initialized as integer I is equal to 1. Check here condition I is less than or equal to 5. That is, initialization is done with I is equal to 1, and iteratively I is going to check whether less than or equal to 5. If it is less, then print that value, then increment value of I. Otherwise, if I will get large than 5, then automatically control will exit from the loop. Here program is going to hand run with the help of hand run method. At start, I is equal to 1. I is less than or equal to 5. That is, 1 is less than or equal to 5. Yes. Enter into this if loop, print I. That is, print 1. Increment I with value 1. That now I becomes 2. Then again check 2 is less than or equal to 5. Yes. Then control enter into this block. Then print 2. Then again increment value of I by 1, that is, it becomes 3. Here closing bracket. Then again control get start with while loop. 3 is less than or equal to 5. Yes. Again control enter into this loop. Print value of I is equal to 3. Then again increment value of I. Now I becomes 4. Check here again. 4 is less than or equal to 5. Yes. Then again enter into this while loop and print I. Increment value of I by 1. Now I becomes 5. Then again check 5 is less than or equal to 5. Yes. Then again enter into this while loop and print I. That is, I is equal to 5. Now increment I is equal to I by 1. That is, now I becomes 6. Now check here, 6 is less than or equal to 5. No, therefore control will not enter into this while loop. It will exit from this while loop and execute the next instruction after that while loop. Next is do while loop. Do while has a loop condition only that is tested after each iteration to decide whether to continue with the next iteration or terminate the loop. Syntax: in main function do, this whole block will get executed at least once. and then check while condition. If it is true, then again start with do loop, otherwise exit from this do while loop and execute the next successive instruction from that main function. Example, in main function variable I is initialized with 5. Do, by default this block will get executed at least once, means it will get print 5 value. Then check here condition, while 5 is greater than 6, no, therefore it exit from this while loop and execute the next successive instruction from that main function. Third is for loop. It has 3 parts. Initializer is executed at the start of the loop, that is initialization condition. Then second one, loop condition is tested before iteration whether to continue or terminate the loop. And third one is increment or decrement is executed at the end of each loop iteration. Syntax, in main function for loop is going to start with a keyword for. Initialization, it is having 3 parts along with initialization, condition checking and increment or decrement. Example, in main function one variable I is going to initialize with value 1. If 1 is less than or equal to 5, if this condition will get executed, will get satisfied, then only control will enter into this for loop, otherwise exit from this for loop and execute the next instruction after that for loop in the main function. Here I is equal to 1, I is less than or equal to 5, that is 1 is less than or equal to 5 will get satisfied. Control enter into this for loop and print that value of I, which is nothing but 1. Then control enters to increment or decrement for that variable. Value of I increments by 1. Now it becomes 2. Now check here, 2 is less than or equal to 5. Condition gets satisfied and again control will enter into this for loop and print value of I equal to 2. Now again increment this same variable by 1. Check here condition, 3 is less than or equal to 5, yes, again control enter into this for loop and it will get print value of I becomes 3. Then again increment value of I by 1, now it becomes 4. Again check here condition, 4 is less than or equal to 5, yes, then control enter into this for loop and print that number as I, that is 4. Again increment value of I by 1, now I becomes 5. Check here condition, 5 is less than or equal to 5, yes, therefore control enter into this for loop and again it will get printed here I equal to 5. Now again increment value of I by 1, that is it becomes 6. Now check here condition, 6 is less than or equal to 5, no, therefore control will not get enter into this for loop, it will skip this for loop and executes the next instruction in that main function. Okay, this is the flow of for loop. In this way we have discussed here 3 control instructions. Three control instruction as sequence control instruction, selection control instruction and iterative control instruction. Okay, thank you.